Now, this comes on the heels of Hawaii Emergency Management Agency officials saying that if lava interacts with PGV's wells, it could trigger the deadly release of hydrogen sulfide. And that's exactly why earlier this morning, again, Governor David Ige said that he did not believe that the state has totally mitigated all of the risks posed by Puna Geothermal Venture's operation, even though those 60,000 gallons of pentane have been moved off-site, as we know, taken to Shipment Industrial in Kea'au. There is still the question and the concern about what could happen if lava were to inundate the area where this 11th well, again, still has not been depressurized. Sources tell us it's unclear exactly what could happen, other than, of course, what they describe as that uncontrolled release of hydrogen sulfide.
Now, as we mentioned, some of the lava flow is threatening a geothermal plant. It was built to harness energy from this volcano. Now the flow, though, is edging in on the plant's property. Earlier this month, concerned workers removed 50,000 gallons of a flammable liquid gas that was stored at the site. They are racing at this point to shut down the wells.
Well, Governor David Ige also said this morning during his interview with you guys that he does not believe that the state at this time has been able to address all the potential hazards posed by Puna Geothermal Venture Plant, and that's because of the difficulty that they're having plugging an 11th well. Now, there are 11 wells on site. 10 of them, they tell us, they have already successfully quenched. However, they've been having difficulties with that 11th well. Now, according to personnel from Puna Geothermal Venture, they've been working around the clock trying to do this quenching procedure, which essentially is killing the wells by pumping cold water into them prior to plugging them up. And again, 10 of 11 are complete, but the remaining well has proven problematic, and they won't know until later today if their efforts were successful. According to PGV, one well has resisted both fresh and salt water injections in their efforts to kill the heat and pressure. That's why they are waiting on a substance similar to mud to get into the plant area today that they'll then attempt to use to plug that well to prevent lava from interacting with the gases that are trapped inside. And again, they won't know until later this morning if that substance even arrives.
One of the other threats residents are dealing with is called laze. When the lava flow hits the ocean, it creates a dangerous stew of hot steam, tiny glass particles, and hydrochloric acid, which is poisonous and burns on contact. Experts warn a laze cloud can travel 15 miles. They say all this is evidence the eruption has evolved, and stress there's still the potential for higher fountains, more lava flows. The flows are in a small, roughly 10 square mile rural area in the southeast Puna district, but they're having an impact on tourism all across the Big Island. Tourists and residents have been asked to stay away from that southeast coast, and some cruise ships have canceled stops on the Big Island. Yes. Hotel rooms also not being filled, so we're talking about millions of dollars lost as far as tourism. And of course, this is still going on.
So the unrest at Kilauea has been going on for over 2 weeks, and we still have activity at the summit and the lower East Drift Zone. At the summit, there have been several explosions, sending ash plumes, not up to 10,000 feet, just a little bit below that. And also then at the lower East Drift Zone, we have had a couple of fissures reactivate, 6 reactivated overnight, and then fissures 22, 6, and 19 are still sending flows that are going down to the south, and then there's some that are starting to flow a little bit to the north. That's the update for today.